And you're back here with the IEM Katowice closed qualifiers, the final spot available for East Asia. It is between Storm Rider and Gosu. We're one apiece here, moving on to Train, and Train is going to be that set decider here. Jordan Elfish Guy Mays with me, of course. I am Hysterics. Let's jump in. Let's finish this off, because it has been a messy ride, but in one way, a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Gosu and Storm Rider has been going down to the wire. So at the end of the day, at least you can say we've had a competitive match between these two teams.
You can.
Storm Rider, obviously starting off on the T side here, they had a real amazing T side on Inferno. They looked like they should close it out. They were up 11-4. They got onto the CT side and it just disappeared. All sorts semblance of the Storm Rider that we saw on the T side was taken away, and they really only managed to get 3 rounds. Now it's Storm Rider on T once again. They'll try and make their way onto the B bomb side, and have achieved that okay. Lakia, though, will get NCL, so not a bad start here for Gosu, and Lakia doubles down, finding a second. Great start in the round here for Gosu. Almost
finding the third. Mara are going to try and bring back some semblance of power into this round, but Storm Rider already down 2 members. Make that 3. Lakia, HSK, getting some fancy picks to start us off. Mara may have 1, and with the bomb down, that could be okay.
Could be. If he gets this second one here as well and is able to control this position, it's going to put some doubt in the mind of Gosu. They don't have a smoke, or yes they do, on the defuse already. Right now is Sioke. Mara won't be able to do anything about it. Gets a jumping headshot onto Lakia and finishes off Sioke. But it is all for naught in the end, as the defuse has already been completed. HSK will finish things off there just to give himself a bit of extra cash. Nice for HSK as well. Getting so much money on the board there does allow him easier time with the money when we do get into the later rounds. He is the Orba.
Gosu opening the round though, or opening the map I should say.
Force buy-in from Storm Rider, or at least from Mara. It's the Hero AK buy, which we do see every now and then, but it doesn't usually work unless the AK has an impact early, and so good dying already. Obviously not too ideal for Storm Rider at this point.
We'll see what Mara can do on the Hero AK. It's interesting that you'd put it in the hands of Mara out of anyone.
Yeah, well, So Good was the one that really had the impact last map. But already dead, I guess. So good thing it wasn't him.
Nothing done with it.
Unfortunate that it was Mara. Yeah, that's just the trouble. No one able to trade out. Again, it's looking really individualistic actually here from Storm Rider so far. You can't read into it too much. It is just a pistol arm around, but So Good going flying down SL. Doesn't have any backup there at all, and then Mara just trying to walk out of T-Con. All of his teammates up in Ivy. Not filling me with the greatest of confidences early on in the piece here for Storm Rider.
Pick up the AK this time, finally traded off. Maybe 9 should have had it from the start. Stack's looking down Green Train, right down the line, and for Gosu, losing a little bit of sight control. Not going to be exemplified there by 9. Again, the Deagle coming in big work. That's 2 big kills there for Storm Rider. Might be able to salvage this round, actually. Might be able to make it into something. Gosu dealing with a little bit too much harshness. And HSK left alone suddenly. Guns have been picked up here for Storm Rider. And HSK left with an MP9. Gets something done here in ladder room. But HSK now a big task ahead. Bombs going down. And the 1v2 retake.
Yeah, well, you've got to question how on earth that has happened for Gosu. Storm Rider have managed to weasel their way into the round. HSK has had a solid performance already on Train. Trying to clutch this 2v1 out. He's spotted the feet of news, I believe. But a tough ask here, as both players are just going to be dancing in and out and around the bomb train, and HSK will cut his losses, decides better off to save the AK. Disappointing for Gosu, and the fiesta will continue onto Train.
But it was off the back of news there. Deagle walks into sight. Finds 1-1 tap, finds another. And News ends that round with a 3K. Storm Rider ended with a win on the board. And equalizes. Yes, the fiesta will continue, but in what way? Let's go to the no glasses. Because the T on Train has some ugly faces. Look at that. He's at least 40 and on the watch list.
Whoa!
Oh, he's 50. Oh boy, oh boy. There's no way they're not on the watch list.
Oh, goodness me. Very spooky. Very spooky.
Late Halloween
Happy
present
Halloween!
for you in November.
Oh, God. All right, never do that again.
I was talking to our observer before the broadcast. And, of course, MC is showing me the round of face. It's good to see it again here. The peak going to come through from Luckout. Storm Rider unable to take him off. Now, is that hero AK from HSK? Well, not really a hero AK. Saved it through the last round. See what can be done with it. The push out here from 9. Almost doesn't cover his losses, but smokes out. Bomb going to go down on B.
Pretty straightforward from Storm Rider. All you have to do is roll over one guy on the B bomb site who doesn't even have a gun.
And Bob's your uncle.
Bob is your uncle. I don't actually have an uncle called Bob.
What's his name?
I have a few.
Okay, well, let's not get private then. If you would have told me, you would have told me by now. Yeah. Jinx pushing in. That's the first frag. News silences them before they begin. And although it's 3v3, not much going to happen. Stack's actually going to pick around here now with the Deagle. Unable to get that one tap, which means nothing anymore. So goes to exit the round with the AK still in hands of HSK. But for Storm Rider, more rounds on the board. Can I count that towards their success? I'm not sure at this point. I don't think anyone is.
Yeah, it's very hard to say how this match is going to play out. Even based on what we saw on Mirage and Inferno, it was so close. I think what we can expect to see here on Train is that we are going to get a close match. It's not going to be a clean match from either side. There will be mistakes made. There will be some questionable things occurring. But eventually one team is going to get the better of the other. How long it takes is beyond me, but I do think that we are going to get down to the wire again. This map definitely, in my mind at least, going to get pretty close. Storm Rider started off pretty nicely though on their T side. Even if you say, okay, well, it hasn't looked super clean, it hasn't looked solid, at least they've been able to get that reset to the CT economy.
Well, there's a big rotation coming over from Gosu though, but spread down the line. Even though HSK can get a kill to enter. COK coming through. He's actually got the bomb carrier, finds another dig. And add one to the list. 9 here has missed everything, and somehow Gosu actually have the man advantage on this round now with a Mac 10, excuse me. And there's a AK there in hand. 9 picks up 1, but the range advantage here for Stax.
Stax doesn't have any armor at all though, so as soon as he starts getting tickled by that Mac 10, oh! Jeez,
never mind.
Well, never mind that. That was a bit of a pog from Stax. All right.
How the hell did Gosu win that round?
I'm glad I kind of hedged my bets with the prediction that I was talking about there.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally, how do you even predict that? How do you even analyze and say, I think...
I mean, at least Gosu
will win.
You could say that Gosu, there was a pretty quick rotation towards the B bomb site. They got the information and they moved immediately. But even so, on an eco like that where everyone lined up perfectly for the M4s, nothing was done there by Storm Rider, not hitting their shots, and individual performances again coming into play. So this enables Storm Rider to... Yes, they've still got a buy, but now Gosu have bought back in as well, and Stax is on the AWP.
AWPs out. Stax. HSK, Mara. Mara was a little bit inconsistent with the AWP on Inferno. That is, I think, fair to say. I look to see some more consistency this time on Train. Taking the aim battle here against Stax. Has set himself up on the angle, but
doesn't find it again.
There you go.
Sets up COK for the second one as well. 9's down, and COK's had a pretty good start to Train.
Definitely.
And 2 members down, so numbers disadvantage once again against Storm Rider.
And Storm Rider playing very static here on Train. I did say when we were talking about the map pool at the start of this match, if it does get to Train, we'll favour Gosu a little bit. I will stick by that. I do think that they have a bit of a better time on Train, typically speaking, than what Storm Rider do. Maybe seeing a bit of that evidenced right now. A couple of the kills will go the way of Gosu early on. COK is in a great spot to deny the bomb plant if he is quick. Decides to play the safer game and just look for Sogu. Easy kill in the end there for him. And finishes off the second as well. Defuse to come across here for Gosu, but still very much up in the air. Nice round to start to build the economy here for Gosu.
COK 6-3 as well. So he's had a pretty good start here. HSK on the AWP, or even Stacks on the AWP. I think right now we're seeing better performances out of HSK Stacks rather than Mara.
Oh, for sure.
At the moment, Mara, I don't even think he should be touching it all. And you said in Inferno, put him on the rifle. He's on the Galil here, so I think definitely a right decision for Storm Rider moving into the 6th round. And Gosu take the lead. Full buys across the board.
Mostly full buys.
Mostly full, apart from the utility of Storm Rider.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
The Galil as
See,
well
mate.
for Mara. And no utility going into a double AWP. It's not going to be fun here for Storm Rider at all. They will need to hit some magnificent shots. Jinx will drop. The AWPs haven't really had the opportunity to get into the round, but now they are starting to get involved. HSK finding one. Stacks already finding one as well. NCL sneaking through the smoke though.
The peek from COK as well, trying to cover that position, pushing through as well. He just leaves him be. Sogu actually getting a couple of kills this round, but now it's up to him. AWP M4 versus AK. And on the back of train site. Bomb's still not down just yet, but look how well it's covered. As soon as he peeks his head up, well, he's going to be in a bit of trouble.
Could go all the way over to B if he wants. There are opportunities, but seems committed to the A site right now. Heaps of time to play with right now for Sogu.
Where did they go?
Waiting for Gosu to make a mistake. Bit of noise made there by Sogu, though I don't think anyone from Gosu would have heard that. Should not get across here.
Hey, just can't make sure of it. 4-2. And boy, oh boy. Still don't know what to make of this, but for Gosu, looking not too shabby here on the CT side of train. Where'd he take it from here? Full eco there from Storm Rider. And we'll see how this progresses in the next round. Because for Gosu, early rounds on train. Had pretty good performances on train before. Not their worst map. Definitely not their best. I think it was MVP that beat Storm Rider 2-1. And in the final game, 16-8 on train. So that's what we're comparing it against at the moment. Gosu and Storm Rider haven't had too much interaction here.
No, none at all, actually. I don't think I've actually ever seen a game where these players have played against each other, even looking back to older days, older iterations of rosters.
Because we expected Absolute to be in this position. You know, Gosu versus Absolute, that was the matchup we were going to be talking about. Not Storm Rider. Storm Rider took Absolute down.
Yeah.
2-1. Reverse sweep in the best of 3 series to make it to this position. And now qualification spot on the line.
I guess HSK may have played against some of these Storm Rider players when he was on MVP and when Storm Rider was part of Mongols, talking Sogu and NCL. But by and large, like the core rosters would not have played against each other.
Yeah.
Gosu with their 5th. And the CT side starting to build up pretty nicely. CT side was the struggle on Inferno for both of these two teams, but a bye round to come out now for Storm Rider. It'll be a pretty good one. Could see Mara back with an AWP. I would prefer just the AK here for Storm Rider, I think. Seems as though the AWP is an unnecessary investment right now for the T side. Hasn't had the impact to justify that investment. Just a quick tactical pause. Got to assume it was from Storm Rider. In the end, Mara will go for the AK. It's full AKs across the board. Full rifles for Storm Rider.
Thank you very much.
Still the double AWP will persist for Gosu. And HSK and Stacks have both been pretty solid so far here on train. No reason not to continue that.
Maybe things change as we change sides, but for now,
Faster play.
a lot of mollies out. News just pushes aggressively up, but he's given away his position as the spray comes down.
Ooh.
Eventually does get the kill, but that big headshot there from HSK will sort things out. News straight onto the side here and control back over to the side of Storm Rider.
Yep, that pace catching Gosu off just a little bit. They were not ready for it. Lakia will have a job to do here. It's double AWPs for the retake from Gosu, and that never tends to work out too well unless Storm Rider makes a mistake. They're not interested in that at the moment, not making any peaks.
Mara's just biding his time as well. He's sitting there with the AWP. Waits for his own turn. There's an AWP on the ground. It's like a drug for him. He's going, oh, do I take it? Do I take it? But not now. So that's going to be another round there for Storm Rider. And
Ooh.
drug picked up? No. So I guess Storm Rider have learnt their lesson.
Yeah, for now at least. You could argue that they wouldn't be... It wouldn't be too bad if they picked it up as opposed to buying it because you're not investing into it. But I actually don't mind just seeing the AK out here for Mara. He's having an impact with that one. 7 kills, actually top fragging for the roster right now. Don't think that we could say the same about the AWP, which has been super, super inconsistent throughout the day. Gosu, though, not hugely affected by that. Of course, they lose the round, but they had heaps of cash in their bank. They take a couple of guns through, so reinvestment straight into the double AWP once more. It's a bit of a change up from Storm Rider this time, quickly into Ivy. No one having a look there from Gosu, but a lot of noise being made now by Storm Rider.
News so aggressive as well. Stack's caught off guard. Won't find the AWP cross. Does a bit of damage to News now, trying to fire through the smoke. COK here to finish off the kills. The second, the third, handed to him almost, and it's Mara who gets the cleanup, or at least the semblance of a return. And Lakia just fires down the line. This round for Storm Rider may be salvageable, but it wasn't a good start.
No, definitely not. Jinx, he could have shut it down then and there. Could have been Mara dropped.
USP. Get it, son. There you go. Last one. All right, 2v1, but never mind that. HSK.
Not for long.
Good on the AWP. 6 and 3.
That's a nice reset for Gosu to get onto Storm Rider. Mara and Sogu do have a fair chunk of cash, though, so interested to see what Storm Rider will do here. Is it going to be just a double AK buyout from Mara, Sogu to get the money back in line? Full save, pistol buy. What are they going to do?
Late buy.
Double AWP? What?
Galil. Double Galil.
Hang on.
Double AWP. Rightio. News has nothing. So, Elfish Guy, what do you make of this?
I've got no idea.
Sounds like the series.
It seems very inflexible here from Storm Rider. The one thing that you could say at least is it's not going to be expected by Gosu. So if Gosu make an aggressive push, if they do something a bit silly, they'll have 2 AWPs to deal with. But how does Storm Rider get into a site with 2 Galils, 2 AWPs? They don't have any utility. They've got 1 smoke for NCL. If Storm Rider can find a way to make this round work, I'll be very impressed. I think this is a misbuy. I think someone would have said, buy me an AWP, and then 2 players just immediately bought the AWP. Surely.
Well, at the moment, you think the only way this can work is lack of information by Gosu.
Yeah.
And then push out onto the B-bomb site. So let's see how they go. Minimum utility, as you said. The push through from Lakia. He finds one, and on the side of Mara, that is the AWP. No, excuse me, Sogu has just picked it up. So now relying on that information, they know that they're bought.
Have you seen the barrel of the AWP, and Jinx is like, what? This guy's trying to enter SL with an AWP?
All a bait, blinded through. The drop does work down this time, but COK is just sitting on the edge of ladder room. It's a 3 versus 2. This plan for Storm Rider just hasn't worked so far, but they rotate back over to the B-bomb site, but they've got an AWP of their own. The second shot lands, and HSK makes it look too easy. Gosu say, get the hell out of here.
Storm Rider have just absolutely cooked their economy as well with that buy. That's 2 AWPs that were bought into the round. I don't think either of them got a kill there. Storm Rider, what was that? I don't even know how to justify it. I don't think Storm Rider can justify it either. Gosu up to 7-3 though. And a pretty solid round on the board for them there. It'll put Storm Rider onto an eco. And Gosu starting to run away with this first half. It sort of feels a little bit like the MVP versus Gosu match where MVP was on CT side. Now Gosu's kind of in their shoes. There was moments where Storm Rider could have reset them, could have had the advantage here on the first half, but they haven't been able to get over the line in those critical rounds. And now Gosu's really starting to build into the half, up 7-3, and Storm Rider struggling.
There's confidence. There's not going to be a lack of when Gosu had the double AWPs. It's a very different feeling as to Storm Rider. There's a Zeus on 9. All right. Now we wait. Essentially, Gosu set themselves up for an 8-3. things get interesting if they continue this winning streak. If they reset Storm Rider again, that could just be try and gone. We've gotten this far. Gotten to 3 maps for a reason.
Yep.
There's got to be a reason for Storm Rider. I mean, interesting tactics there before. Interesting strategy altogether.
Storm Rider, if they lose here, they will be kicking themselves because they had a real chance on Inferno. Yeah, under a bit of pressure here, but not taking actually all that much damage. Sounds like it's a lot, but that range, pistols, not really doing a whole lot. The bomb goes down for Storm Rider, so that's good news at the very least. Pretty straightforward round for Gosu. Very, very good round indeed.
You.
Lots of money built up.
Move.
Yeah, I want to defuse that bomb.
Sorry, kind of just going through. Just remembering moments of today.
Oh yeah. 8-3. Buy to come from Storm Rider, but it's slipping away a little bit. Said the same thing about it on Inferno, though, for Gosu, and they were able to come back from an 11-4 deficit.
All right, this is the round. Otherwise, Gosu walk towards that 10-3, maybe potential 11-3 or 11-4 towards the first half, and Storm Rider have a slim chance to get back in. But having said that, in so many different rounds, in so many different maps, we've had the same opinion. So I don't even know at what point you call the game over. Not anytime soon, that's for sure. NCL, utility out over the wall. Storm Rider committing to A. Molly's out as well. The push onto the side. Jinx is here in a good position, but he doesn't manage to land the shots. HSK backs him up, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. Already going over the side of Storm Rider. They've breached the site. They've taken back over control. CK's here, though, landing his shots. You can always count on him.
Lakia.
Over Lakia. And again, another shot here. COK just aims against the wall. Doesn't even consider taking the shot. I'm not sure. He thought it was a flash.
I think he thought it was a flash. Doesn't matter in the end, though, for Gosu. Able to take the round win. That was a pretty cooked round, if I've ever seen one. Players all over the place. Players not where you expect them to be. And Lakia finds himself in an important position, able to find the critical kill. And Storm Rider, for all that gusto onto the site, they fall. 9-3 now, Gosu.
Oh, you'd be kicking yourself.
It's another big win.
If you manage to lose here at Train, you'd be saying, what the heck happened?
What the heck happened to Inferno? That's my question, Storm Rider.
Inferno was theirs to take.
Just needed a few rounds on that CT side, but they could not deliver. And they're certainly not delivering here on Train. Ship has sailed.
Good nade. It
feels.
CK damaged a little bit, but look at Jinx here. If they push out a ladder room, they're going to die. And Storm Rider running out of chances, running out of ideas here, it feels like, again. Gosu have got their number.
Yeah, Gosu, they're getting a taste now of that Asia Minor. They can sense it. They want to join MVP, their countrymen. And they're not far away now. Just 7 rounds is what Gosu needs. Doesn't seem like they're going to be stopping here on the CT side.
Some good utility here from Storm Rider. Good positioning as well. Bomb going towards Ivy. And 2 members kind of reading this play as well. There's a flash out. The peek's going to come through. There's no utility whatsoever, but missing the shot is Stacks. Might open things up for Storm Rider. Now 3 versus 4. Again, doable. NCL. He's able to push out, able to move onto site, but hasn't spotted anyone just as of yet. Smokes are going to go out. Here's the peek here from Jinx, but bombs being planted on the other side. Jinx drops down aggressively there from Gosu. They've already lost 2 members, and now a 3 versus 2 looking towards the retake if they can even get there.
Yeah, Gosu, they've let this round slip pretty badly. Stacks missing the shot, a little uncharacteristic. I think that'll be the round over, actually. Gosu don't look like they want to retake this one. They will be able to take the 2 guns through, and that actually does mean that they can get a good buy in the next round. So quite smart to save these 2 guns. No point throwing them away. To be honest, though, should have been a round win for Gosu. Should have been up to 10. But Storm Rider, courtesy of a couple of nice shots, do make their way back into it. And Lakia will have to throw a gun over for Jinx at the very least. COK probably wouldn't mind one either. Get that extra utility out for him. It'll be a great buy though for Gosu. Another opportunity straight away to just reset Storm Rider again.
All right, take a pause, go to the bathroom, do your thing. Because there's no time for crap here. And Gosu, boy oh boy, we've seen some of their better performance here on train, I think. Storm Rider, looks like we're going to be looking at AWP again on 9, so bringing up what you were saying before, Jordan, good to see the backup player on the AWP.
Yep.
Especially with the way Mara's, and it feels wrong because ragging on Mara quite a lot, you know, most kills on the team at the moment, but still, that's off the back of a rifle. And has been holding aggressively on Ivy, has been taking the push. And often it's been working out for him, but for Storm Rider, they can't convert that into a win, even if it results in a pick. Now, another buy round here, and we'll see if Storm Rider can look good towards the end of the first half, round 14.
Storm Rider just starting to spread out across the map. Looking into the brown halls again. B-bomb side an option. Lakia solo at the moment. Big stack on A from Gosu. No double AWP this time either from the CT side. So job gets a little easier here for Storm Rider, especially if they just walk down ramp. No contact at all. If they make this a contact play down ramp, Storm Rider may even get the bomb down for free.
He's going to peek this as well. Lakia works out instantly. Takes down News. He drops down ladder.
Calls for the backup as well. So HSK is here now. Smokes out. Job's more difficult for Storm Rider. Making their way into the site though.
He reloads. He backs away from the smoke and the flash. Lakia now left on his lonesome. Will find one, but not the others. But coming through, HSK has a great angle here on Bomb. It's just been dropped down, not picked up. Tries to flick upwards. Realistically, would have hit that shot in another world, but Jinx comes in, the support here, great. The rotations from Gosu has been enough. It's a 3 versus 1. 9 trying to make it a 2v1. What can he achieve here on the back of sight, heading towards the bomb through the smoke? It's not enough. A heads-up play from HSK. And Gosu moved to 10, last round of the first half.
Yeah, unfortunate for Storm Rider, the way that the bomb drops there does mean that they have to get out of position to recollect it, and they can never really get the bomb down to put any pressure on Gosu. Excellent work done by Lakia. Able to get that opening kill and survive for long enough to get a second. And a chance now for Gosu to make it 11 in the CT half. And again, I have to say, if they get 11 here, you really have to think that they should close this one out.
Should.
But that's what I said about Storm Rider on Inferno when they were on T side. Wasn't the case. It's not over until the Fat Lady sings. But HSK, what a performance on this CT side. 18 kills. 1 death. Literally died once. Better than 180R, always great to see. He's just been solidly fragging out.
With utility damage. Interestingly enough. Oh, one shot there from 9. That's a good opener there from Storm Rider. Now if they can finish the half 10 and 5.
Trouble is they're headed toward HSK. And he has been so solid.
There's the first.
Bomb.
And that was bomb down.
They've run away. The bomb's there. Come on, guys. You need to do something about this. Somebody needs to get in there and get the bomb.
Look at Jinx. The wrong side of the action here. Storm pushes through.
HSK just gets both of them again with the AWP. He's not missing a shot.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So, 11-4 to end the half. Let's swap things around. See what the dance will achieve. Because, man, oh, man, I'm going to see some good moves from Storm Rider at this point. It is slipping away, 11-4.
Yeah, 11-4, and if I'm Storm Rider, I'm thinking about Inferno. I'm saying, what could have been? We could have been done. We could have been at the Asia Minor. But now it seems like it's going to be Gosu to join their
Korea and Korea
friends on MVP.
And what a difference between Gosu and MVP. You can kind of see in this matchup here that MVP is in a world of their own.
Definitely, when it comes to Asia at least. And then you think how much of a deficit there is between MVP and the European teams, and that kind of gives you a sense of scale as to how far behind this region is compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It has been making leaps and bounds, There are teams that are now starting to at least challenge on the global stage when we talk about, for example, Tyloo coming from China and Indonesia, being able to have good performances, but by and large, the Asian teams so far behind. The same for ANZ, really, with the exception being Renegades. And even then, Renegades do not always have the consistency that you would want to see. And you think about a team like Astralis or FaZe, and you put into context how good those players really are. It's hard to even think about. They operate definitely on another level. But for now, it's not about the Astralises, the FaZes of the Counter-Strike world. It's about these teams trying to make their way to the top of Asia.
See how they get burnt up.
Exactly. It's all about building yourself up, building your region up. And who knows, one day down the track.
Want to see a strong opening round here, though, from Stormrider. Mara just left alone in the middle of the trains itself. Peaks coming through there. Sogu actually gets traded off. NCL just gets a one-tap as the bouncy boy comes through. And Gosu, they've entered side, but thought against it. Jinx picking up the USP, but 9 dead on with these shots. And pistol round. Stormrider can pick it up. And they might be able to halt some of this aggression. HSK, the only one left, just one taps. 2v1.
Well, he's still almost back, HSK. He's been having a almost unstoppable performance on train so far.
22 and 1. What?
He's literally died once in the first half.
Didn't realise.
So
I'm bloody blind.
At this point, if you had someone for Gosu in a 1v2, you'd want it to be HSK. Loses a lot of HP there, though. So things are getting a bit more difficult now. And eventually he will fall. So Stormrider do make it to a 5th. They do pick up the all-important pistol. It's their way back into this map. CT side on train is generally pretty strong. It would be the favoured side. Is it going to be another Inferno here for us where one team gets off to a good start and can't hold on to the lead?
No, we're about to find out. Well, not this round, but we're about to find out. That's one kill for Jinx. Slow push here as well on the eco. Smoke's out. Bit of utility still left available. Jinx got the opening frag, picks up the XMR for some reason. I don't know who had the auto shotty.
Yeah, it would have been 9. Holding in SL, fair enough, but the XM not actually going to help out Gosu too much. They can get the bomb down, though. 4v4. Interesting times now here. Desperate times even for Stormrider. Jinx pushing through.
Oh,
can actually get a kill.
Face. That's got to hurt, like waking up with a hangover Boxing Day. Jinx tries to get the repeat there, but 3 versus 1. HFK left in similar position. Unfortunate.
2 binks. If someone else would have done a little bit of damage there to Sogu and News, it really could have been around there for Gosu. Just too much chaos. Gosu not able to land the shots with the pistols, but still a pretty impactful round, putting Stormrider very low economically, boosting up their own with the bomb plant. So first gun round here for Gosu is looking to be a good one. You look at what Stormrider have got. They have an AWP and an M4, and then again it's the party mix.
The shotgun coming back out to party. You're very right, Jordan. Well, HSK on the AWP, 23 and 2. I mean, he's been an absolute animal so far. And if anyone from Gosu can have consistent play, it's definitely going to be him. Lots of utility on the board as well. The shots come down to the bottom of the ladder room. News just like, nope, I'm going to step away from that and bide my time. Playing close. Or not. Maybe too close, News. Step back. So what's going to be the play? Still heading towards B. And News right now, right under the ladder, hoping Jinx comes down. He's already used 60 bullets trying to flush him out. But a slow rotation looks to be the go for Gosu. Maybe heading towards A, maybe waiting. Still a bit of utility in their back pocket. The jumps there, Jinx. Speak of the heads-up play, there's another one.
Oh, that's dangerous. I don't know if I'd want to be dropping down into the smoke against an XM, but he'll get out alive for the moment. News will actually find Stacks inevitably. Bombs dropped in the middle of nowhere. Gosu needs to frag out here, and Sioke is doing just that. Jinx now down into SL. Still 2 players left alive for Storm Rider and some very low HP players for Gosu. Winnable by either team at this point.
Orb still available for HSK. He's still alive. He's the star player of this roster. Gosu now flanking around. This is COK doing what he does best, kind of distracting 2 members. Time might be running out, but do they have anything to play with? Not this time. HSK, COK drop, but it's Jinx who secures the round.
Yeah, that bomb defusal, or denying the bomb plan even, really, for Storm Rider. Almost enough, but can't quite hang on in the end. Gosu win a critical round. That'll, again, put the money low here for Storm Rider. Forced buyout from Sogu. He seems to always be the one that wants to buy into these rounds, but I'm not sure the rest of Storm Rider would agree with him. He had money for an M4 and head armor, but nobody else buys into the round. It's just pistols here for Storm Rider. It seems to be a little bit of miscommunication in the Storm Rider camp when it does come to these purchases. And 12-6 very quickly could turn into 14-6 now off the back of this buy.
Be a hero.
Oh, look here. In a dangerous position there, but bailed out by Stacks.
And falls down as well. And Sogu goes down. So, another round and Gosu. It'll be this one coming up. I mean, Sogu just doesn't have any money. So, we'll get to the next round and might have to just be that double econ.
No, I think at this point, Storm Rider will just buy in anyway.
And leave Sogu out in the wind.
Well, I mean, Mara and NCL actually don't have a huge amount of cash either, so I have to see how much they actually do end up on. But it's been a few round losses in a row for Storm Rider, so they should be getting a bit from that losers round bonus. 9 would love to find a gun here. He won't. Probably will be the double eco, I think. NCL and Mara can't really afford the rifle and the armor. I think you let this go to 14 for Gosu, but of course, I'm wrong. 9 will go for the glass cannon AWP. It's a CZ for Sogu. Mara and NCL go maybe from us each and a bit of utility, but this is getting to dire straits now for Storm Rider. It's never a correct decision when you have to think about it like this. It's like either we buy and we have a bad buy, or we save and we give another round over to Gosu to allow them to 14. Neither is the ideal option at this point. But you've got to do what you've got to do. Storm Rider have put themselves in this position and they now need to try and claw their way out. Do they have the ability to do it? I don't think so. Not from what we've seen here on Train. We ruining the day that they let Inferno fall to Gosu.
It's going to be a massive regret. Train looks so strong for Gosu in the first round. It's continuing to look pretty stable here. Plenty to play with as well. Plenty of time. A minute remaining. Down in the ladder room. Still, Jinx being quite perky down here. And Bomb slowly shifting towards B. 2 members there. See how entry goes. Storm Rider still again. Sogu is the one holding this B bomb site. He's only got a CZ. There's a good nade though. With HSK down. Let's see how breaching.
Good flashbangs into the side as well, but there's a few players here from Storm Rider. Mara will open up. Stacks is in a great position here though, and COK still chiming in. Gets another one. The headshot onto Sogu. Is it enough here though for Gosu? Should be able to get the bomb down. Position of NCL though, quite interesting. Up there on the rafters. HSK's got no idea where he is. No trade to come out there from Gosu either, but COK's in a good spot. Touching the bomb is NCL. He'll drop. COK's been so solid throughout this map.
Stacks too.
News in a 1v1.
So, 1v1 News. He's going to back away.
He's giving it up.
6 and 14. I feel like, and excuse me, Jordan, but I feel like at that point, you don't give it up.
No.
This is 6-14. And to give Gosu that 14th round.
That shows total lack of confidence from News. There was still half the bomb timer to go. He didn't have a defuse kit, to be sure, but it just gives another round over to Gosu. The AK, better hope you can have an impact with that in this round, News. Otherwise, what was the point of saving? What was the point of saving?
We go to another pause, and Storm Rider, you have to assume once again, attack pause from them. They've had many on train. But this might be the last one the way things are going. Gosu, 14. And they've got so much money to play with here. Well, enough for another round. We'll see how things go. Let's move forward. Round 21.
How many more rounds are we going to get here of train? Force buy behind the AK from Storm Rider. They have to force buy every round now. You don't want to allow Gosu through to 15. 15's not the end of the day, but very, very nearly is.
Might be. Inferno. They'll never play that map again.
Not that one against Gosu, but they probably will play Inferno in the future at some point. HSK opens up, though, onto 9. News with an opportunity to bring things back in the day, but Lakia well aware of it, though, as the smoke does come out from him, gives away his position. 3v5 now.
Sogu's been getting some good picks, but it's just not enough here. Stax walks into sight. NCL, though, making opportune work of the CZ, so they do take 2 guns, but at this point for Storm Rider, they need a round win. And it doesn't look like they're going to find it here. Mara over the side. MP5 does nothing. And match point here for Gosu. It has been a long trek, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a long trek to get to this point, but Gosu, the reverse sweep.
6 maps today for Gosu. They had a very, very long series earlier on against... oh no, it was only 5 maps. They went quite convincingly down to MVP. I should say 6 maps for Storm Rider.
Yeah.
It was against SC Absolute, or former SC Absolute roster. Ex-SC. And Fatigue perhaps playing part in this one. But Gosu standing tall right now against Storm Rider. 1 round away from the Asia Minor.
Gosu ready to take it. The peak here, Jinx. That'll open things up. First frag here for Gosu. The opportunity awaits, and Stax has got his cursor right where it needs to be.
He might have even spotted out NCL here.
9. Coming around. Stax finds it too.
Yeah, knew exactly where he was. This grenade's going to do some damage as well. You know where News is now.
News
the beginning
up.
of the end.
Finds a trade, picks up the AK, but it's a 2 versus 4, and Gosu have done enough. Doesn't matter about bomb anymore. News comes around the corner. Well, maybe it does. Maybe. Control back over to News. Finds the kill this round. Here we go.
A little bit chaotic there from Gosu. Timing not good for News there in the end. He got a couple with some nice timing, but eventually it goes the other way as Gosu will find the kill. NCL here on his own on the B bomb site, but at least he's at the correct bomb site. If they don't clear this properly, NCL could shut it down, and, well, they haven't cleared it. They have not cleared it. Stax just runs into the site. Does not need to be doing that. There's 40 seconds still left. Now it's on to HSK in a 1v1 with the AWP. He's got no idea where NCL is.
He's 25 and 5. He's had such a good map. HSK will want to close this one up. Pushing forward, NCL's right below him as well. He sees him, drops back down. The AWP's there, finds the shot, and what a way for Gosu to end 2-1, the reverse sweep to claim that second qualification spot.
Very fitting that it is HSK to put them through to the Asia Minor, because that map was definitely his. Unfortunate end really for Storm Rider. They struggled. They struggled so hard there on Inferno, and then they eventually lost it. Train wasn't much of a contest, to be honest. All going the way of HSK and Gosu. And in the end, I think Storm Rider, their mind all through tonight is just going to be playing over Inferno. What we could have done, what we could have done differently. If I had have made one different play, all those individual players will be thinking, one different push, one different grenade, something like that could have made the difference there for us, but in the end, not enough, and it's Gosu that will join MVP at the Asia Minor.
But it did come up to that individual players you're speaking about, each and every map there. Even on Inferno, you know, we saw some individuals stand out, but especially towards the end of Train, HSK was the person, or even Stax as well. I think there's so many players you could really talk up, but for me, Storm Rider had a good showing to start things off, and, well, It was just a shame that they couldn't translate that into a win.
Yeah, definitely. Storm Rider was maybe not even the team that we expected to be through into the consolidation final. I thought it was going to be the XSC Absolute roster. So credit, I guess, where it's due for Storm Rider. But at the end of the day, people aren't going to remember you for getting through to the final. They're going to remember the teams that managed to make it through to the Asia Minor and those teams that actually managed to go further into the major. So for now, the job's done for today for MVP and for Gosu, but there is still more to look forward to from them when they do get to the minor. It's not enough. They need to go further.
2 qualification spots from East Asia secured there for the Asian Minor. However, coming up next, we're going to have a short break, but when we return, Mac and Brainstorm are going to take you through the Chinese Grand Final. Look for qualification spots over there.